The day of the battle dawned with a blood-red sky. Thalar's forces marched upon the village with brutal efficiency. The villagers, hearts pounding, prepared to defend their homes with every ounce of strength they had. Cedric, standing at the forefront, shouted commands and reassurances, his voice a beacon of calm amidst the rising storm. The initial clash was fierce. Villagers, armed with makeshift weapons, fought valiantly against the trained soldiers of Thalar. The air was filled with the sound of metal clashing, arrows whistling through the air, and the cries of both the brave and the fallen. Cedric moved with purpose, his training evident in every swing of his sword. He led a group of villagers in a daring maneuver, flanking the enemy and catching them off guard. For a moment, it seemed as if their strategy was working. Thalar's forces were pushed back, their advance halted by the unexpected resistance. Alistair, meanwhile, tended to the wounded with a calm and efficient grace. His hands moved quickly, applying salves and bandages, his heart heavy with the knowledge that each life saved was a step towards their survival. He glanced up occasionally, catching glimpses of Cedric fighting valiantly, a mix of admiration and envy stirring within him. As the battle raged on, Cedric's leadership shone brightly. He directed the villagers with precision, their makeshift militia holding strong against the onslaught. The villagers fought with a tenacity born from the need to protect their homes and families. Cedric, in the thick of the fray, inspired them with his unwavering resolve. But amidst the chaos, Alistair's internal struggle reached a boiling point. For years, he had lived in Cedric's shadow, watching as his friend's natural leadership and bravery garnered admiration and respect from everyone in the village. Alistair's envy had grown, festering in the dark corners of his heart. The night before the battle, Thalar's scouts had approached Alistair with a proposition. They promised him power and recognition, things he felt he would never achieve while living under Cedric's shadow. Torn between loyalty and ambition, Alistair made a fateful decision. He would betray his friend and his village to gain the acknowledgement he so desperately craved. As the battle reached its peak, Alistair put his plan into motion. Under the guise of fetching more supplies, he slipped away from the medic station and made his way to the village's main gate. There, he quietly disabled the locking mechanism, allowing Thalar's forces an unimpeded entry. He signaled the warlord's men, who had been waiting for this moment, ready to breach the defenses. When Thalar's soldiers stormed through the gate, chaos erupted. The villagers, caught off guard by the sudden breach, faltered. Cedric, seeing the unexpected onslaught, rushed to the scene, his heart sinking as he realized what had happened. In the midst of the battle, Cedric spotted Alistair among Thalar's soldiers. The betrayal hit him like a physical blow, the sting of his friend's treachery cutting deeper than any blade. Alistair avoided Cedric's gaze, his face a mask of guilt and determination. Alistair's betrayal had devastating effects. The village's defenses, meticulously planned by Cedric, crumbled under the weight of the surprise attack. Panic spread as the villagers, now facing enemies from within and without, struggled to maintain their ground. Cedric faced a choice: to abandon hope or to rise above the betrayal and fight for his people's survival. Cedric's mind raced as he remembered the lessons Marcus had drilled into him. Think 3 steps ahead, use every resource, and never give up. Drawing upon his resilience and newfound resolve, Cedric devised a daring plan. He sent a small group to feign retreat, drawing Thalar's forces into a narrow pass. There, Cedric and his best fighters lay in wait. As the enemy followed, Cedric's group ambushed them, using the element of surprise and the confined space to neutralize their advantage in numbers. The villagers, inspired by Cedric's courage and quick thinking, rallied. The tide of battle turned as Thalar's forces were caught off guard and began to falter. Cedric's strategic cunning and unwavering determination shone through, and the village militia pushed back the invaders with renewed vigor. But just as the villagers began to celebrate their hard-won victory, Cedric noticed a new wave of Thalar's elite soldiers emerging from the forest. Would Cedric's cunning be enough to face this new threat?